Welcome, students of 2019. You made it. So we're all pretty much here for the same reason. We're all student athletes. Although when you think about being a student athlete, there's a lot of things that come to mind. Do you get perks? No. Are you viewed upon differently as the average Seattle U individual? No. Although what you do have is a sense of entitlement. You have teammates that are going to respect you and that just want the best for you. You have your coaches that are just here to motivate you into doing well in school. And we're all here for the same reason, to succeed in the sport that we're playing in and to succeed in the classes that we're taking. So in order to be a student athlete, you must first be a student. And in order to be a student at Seattle University, you must either have a declared or undeclared major. You don't necessarily need to have a major for your first 2 years, considering it's only your general education. You must hope to attend every class, and you must be able to manage your student life, your social life, and your schoolwork. Although, despite being a student, you're also an athlete. And when being an athlete, you must take into consideration that you travel tremendous amount of time. You go to Chicago, you go to Kansas City, you go to New Mexico State. You also have practices, so you got to manage your time with practice and school. And obviously you're exhausted because of all the time that these coaches are putting into you. So once again, it's hard to manage your time, which means you really need to prioritize what is more important, school, social life, and sports. So now we're going to combine the two. Being a student athlete at Seattle University. Yes, we said that you have to do well in school, and yes, you have to do well in your sport. In order to do well in both, you must be able to manage your time. Study hall, attend all study halls, attend all practices, and attend every single class so you don't miss anything. Like during season, you travel, so you must attend every class. Now, you must also speak to your professors. Your professors are going to become your best friends. You need to be able to speak to them. You need to be able to communicate with them when you're traveling. What am I missing? What do I need to study? How do I excel in the class that I'm taking? And now you're thinking, oh my God, there's so much that we need to do to become an athlete at Seattle University. But don't forget, you also have a social life. Campus life at SU is insane. It's great. You're going to love it. Why? We have the best food. We're actually ranked top 100 in food courts in the entire United States. Cool, right? We have Cherry Street Cafe. They give you anything you want, from Chinese to Mexican to bacon in the morning. You have The Bite, which are cute little snacks, coffee to go when you need to go to class but you don't have time to get something to eat. You have The Cave, you have the Pig and Atrium, you have the Bistro, all great food places. And most importantly, where you sleep, housing. Housing is awesome here because it's not that big of a school, so everyone is always social. They talk to each other, and in housing you're able to meet new people, you're able to socialize, communicate. A lot of your classmates are in the housing that you live in. It's great. And you're thinking, well, awesome, but what about activities? Like, what can I do at night? Like, where can I go? People always have hangouts and get-togethers, and it's awesome, but let's say you're put in a situation where you're like, oh my God, like, I'm scared for my life. What do I do? No, you call public safety. The number is 1-206-296-6000. You need to call public safety if you ever feel any sense of endangerment. Although, enough about Seattle U, right? What about the city of Seattle? What does the city of Seattle have to offer me? City of Seattle is known for its food. Amazing food. My favorite breakfast place? Portage Bay. Amazing. They have great city life, and they have amazing tourist attractions such as the Space Needle. If you don't know what the Space Needle is, well, go do your research because it's one of the most amazing destinations in Seattle. You can see everything at the top of the Space Needle. You have Gasworks. A lot of people get together there on the 4th of July. It's fun. It's great. It's happy. The atmosphere is amazing. And you have Pike's Place. That is pretty much the pinpoint of Seattle. You have your fish, you have your fruits, you have your nuts, you have everything. And it's a farmer's market, so there's so many people there, and it's just a great place to be during the day if you have nothing to do. And we've talked about your campus life, we've talked about Seattle, we've talked about being a student athlete. Now, a lot of people get confused because you really don't know what you're supposed to do your freshman year. You're like, oh my God, it's like a different than high school. How do I prioritize? Where do I go? What do I do? Perfect. You have websites. Seattle U does a tremendously amazing job helping their students out with everything they need to do and everything they need in order to succeed. You have your athletic website as shown on the board. And you have your academic website. So if you ever need to find your class, if you ever need to know what the summary of your class is, what you need, the supplies, the emails of your professors, you go on that website. Same thing with the athletic website. If you want updates on how your season is going, how other teams are doing, if you want to support other ASU athletes, boom, you go to the athletic website. And ultimately, Seattle is a great place to be. You guys made a great decision. You chose wisely. And all I have to say is thank you for coming and have a great time, class of 2019. We made it.